So accordingly, apart from civil provision, a few promises were made with the record of military organization in India that we will change and we will not send. We will send the military people, the soldiers, from one place to another, though they are of being any caste or creed. We don't have any problem of sending our soldiers anywhere in the country or the out of the country. A proper ratio of Indian recruits will be maintained in the army. An academy in India will be established similar to Sandhurst Academy in England, what similar was having in the England. So same will be started in India also. 10 seats in this academy will be maintained in the army. An academy in India will be established similar to Sandhurst Academy in England. 10 seats in the academy will remain reserved for young Indian candidates. Those who were trained in a military college at Indore would be given King's Commission. The cavalry will be reduced in its strength. The strength of the provincial military units would be enhanced. Means there was a changes they were bringing. Cavalry means the military which is moving by foot, okay, walking military. In 1921, a new department for military supplies called Good and Supply was opened. Because of the war, the foundation of the Indian Air Force was widened. The Indian naval units provide their grit and bravery in the war at Persian Gulf. Means now the things was that the India, though it was planned or it was the changes were made by Britishers, but these changes were for the benefits of India only, because it was beneficial for India as we were advancing, maybe technologically, maybe administrative, maybe military, whatever, but we are advancing, we are getting success some or the other, though we are from British side, but then too it was in changes were made in India, so it was for the betterment of India only. Okay. Lokmanya Tilak, through his editorials published in the newspaper Kesari and through his speeches, insisted that the Indian Navy and Indian significant position in the world political scenario should be duly acknowledged, and there should not be any discrimination while appointing Indian man on position of authority. Means there should be not like a caste system should not come in front, and without any caste system, the people should be appointed. Lokmanya Tilak and other Indian leaders showed a positive approach in helping the British government during the First World War. They believed that the cooperation offered by the Indian people will be beneficial to them in future. Means our leaders has also thought in the same way that in future, as one day Britisher will leave our country, so our country will be an advanced country when the Britisher will leave our country. When they will quit India, at the time our country will become a advanced country. So this is beneficial for us only. So they started cooperating to them. We get to witness the far-sightedness of Lokmanya Tilak in this approach during war times. India was forced into this war started by the British imperial rule. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru wrote about it in a letter written to his daughter Indira. He said, "This was not a war of India. India did neither have anything against Germany nor Turkey. However, India did not have any voice in this regard. India was a British colony. It could not but trial its master." Now, already I have explained to you that we doesn't have any role to play, nor a negative role, neither a or nor a positive role, okay, because we don't have any alliances, friendly alliances, nor we are having any enemies, foe, okay. So why we were included in the war, First World War? So the reason was that the Britishers, they have forced us to involve in the First World War only because that they want money, they want soldiers. Okay, so this was the reason, and all this thing was written by in a letter by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru to her daughter Indira Gandhi. India was extremely poor. There was no dearth of candidates willing to enter the army. About 11 lakh of Hindi soldiers fought in this war. Hindi soldiers provided a considerable support to the British army. Besides, India also contributed 150 crore of rupees to the war expenses. Means though we are not having any of the means, nor we are having enemy, nor we are friends, we don't have any things, we don't have any knowledge about why the war was happening, but then too we have a special role in the war. Okay, and hence we have contributed, though we don't, but we have contributed one how much, 150 crore of rupees. Okay, and the soldiers, the number of soldiers, that was the plus point for the Britishers. 11 lakh of Hindi soldiers were fought in this war. During the times of war, Indian people began to migrate to Canada and America. The government of Canada was heavily under the influence of the British government. It rejected entry to Indian migrants. It did not allow Kamagata Maru, a steamship with Indian migrants abroad under the leadership of Baba Gurudit Singh, to anchor in the Canadian port of Vancouver. People on this ship returned. On their return journey, Kamagata Maru reached the port of Bajbaj near Kolkata. There, the British officer ordered Indian passengers to return immediately to their own towns and villages. However, the Indian did not follow the order, so the British officer began to shoot, and 30 Indian passengers died in it. This cruelty on part of the British officer created a public outcry throughout India. Now, what happened? See, as Britishers, they were taking. Us as a puppet. They are using us, okay? And when we, the Indians, were going to their land, so they are not giving us the permission, and they have sent us those ships back to our country. And when the people were coming out, so the Britishers, the soldiers, the officers who were standing over there, what they asked, that you go to your own towns. So people were saying that why we should go, we will go where we want to go. So as people have not accepted what they have said, so they started shooting, and hence in this what happened, 30 people were died. So this cruelty on the part of Britishers created a public outcry throughout India. Means in overall India, this thing spread like a fire in the jungle. Germany was a country which nourished nationalism. India also was deeply influenced by nationalism. Now here the things was like in India also, the people started talking about that why we should do, why we are helping these people. Okay, as we have helped in the First World War, what we have got, this thing was talked about. However, it is important to understand the fundamental differences between German nationalism and Indian nationalism. Germans went out of the conquer other countries. Their aggression was for making their own country most powerful and the biggest in the world, whereas nationalism of the Indians was making them fight for regaining their independence. The Indian nationalism was based on the border perspective of the perspective of the spread of democracy all over the world, including India. Countries like Abyssinia, Spain, China were putting up struggles for establishing democracy. Indians were sending help to those countries in the form of a team of nurses, volunteers, and food grains. Germany was strongly influenced by racism. Hitler had killed innumerable European Jews. However, in India, people of varied religion, race, and caste were staying together from ages. This is characteristic of Indian nationalism, which confirms its magnanimity. Now, what happened? Germany. As we have differences, Germany and India, German nationalism and Indian nationalism. So over German nationalism, they were forcing Indian people, they were taking help of our country, our soldiers, and fighting the war, while in India we were fighting for what, for our position, for our country. Over there were only one religion. Over here we are having number of people, we are having number of caste, religion, each and everyone, and we are living in unity. Okay, so this is the major differences between these two nationalism. Hitler had already killed innumerable of Jews of the European countries. Over here in India, this is the different, this is which is confirm its magnanimity. Okay, so here we have completed by the topic. Next, inshallah, in the next video, what are the remaining topics? Let's have a quick revision of this. First World War. Causes of the First World War. The main cause of the First World War was the competition amongst the European countries. The European nations were searching for newer lands to meet their increasing needs for industrial production. This created a warlike situation among the nation. As a result of the rivalry among the nations, every nation began to enhance its military strength. Immediate cause of the First World War was the Austrian prince Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife were assassinated in Serbia, after which Austria called a war against Serbia. Group of European nations. Two distinct groups of European nations were formed, one supporting Austria and the other supporting Germany. Two groups known as Central Power, that is Germany, Austria, Bulgaria and Turkey. An allied nation, England, France, Russia were formed. End of the First World War. A peace treaty of Versailles was signed in 1918, putting an end to the First World War. Foundation of the League of Nations. Woodrow Wilson, the American president, emphasized on having an organization of the leading nation to find peaceful solution for conflict between the nations. League of Nations was established with this objective. Germany, Austria and other defeated nations were not allowed to become members of this league. This was the First World War. Now starting by the Second World War. Causes of the Second World War. Germany was not happy with the condition imposed by the Treaty of Versailles and Hitler began to escalate Germany's military power so as to avenge this demanding condition. In 1939, Hitler attacked Poland, a neutral country. Therefore, England declared war against Germany. In 1939, Hitler attacked Soviet Russia. In 1943, Nazis reached Stalingrad and were caught in the trap set by the Soviet army. Russia defeated the Germans. Army of the Allied nation took over Berlin. Hitler committed suicide. Japan attacked Pearl Harbor in 1941 and this resulted in America declaring war against Japan. America launched aerial attack on two Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki with atom bombs. End of the Second World War. Japan surrendered on 15th August 1945 and put an end to the Second World War. Next topic was the First World War and India. India was compelled by the British government to participate in the World War. India became an important source of procuring help in the form of money, food, clothing and other war supplies. India was also a major source of skilled human power. Impact of the First World War. What has impacted us? The First World War boosted India's industrial growth. After the war, there was considerable growth in motor transportation and the number of motor vehicles. There was a decrease in export leading to losses. There was a shortage of food grains in India leading to the rise in its prices. Indian soldiers and Indian political leaders realized that the Indian weaponry was not as sophisticated as compared to the other nation. Hence, the British government of India formed a committee to introduce necessary changes in the Indian military system. According to the report submitted by the committee, the necessary reforms were introduced. Lokmanya Tilak and other Indian leaders showed a positive approach in helping the British government during the First World War. India and Germany both followed nationalism. However, there were fundamental differences between the nationalism of the two nations. So, I hope you have understood the topic. A quick revision has also done for the subtopics. I hope there is no problem. If then too you are having any problem, any doubts, so you can ask to me. Okay. So till then, stay at home, stay safe. Thank you so much for listening.